Hi loves, welcome back. Today's video will be making this beautiful lovely set that you can see. If you're interested, keep on watching, and if you are yet to subscribe, kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. This fabric has a pattern. As you can see, the lower part is horizontal and the upper part is vertical. I was kind of managing the fabric, but it came out really nice. If you're interested, stay tuned and let's get started. You need an elastic. I have this elastic, and for the fabric, for the up down part of this dress, I used 2 yards of a crepe fabric. So my fabric is folded into two. To know the amount of fabric to fold, as usual, you mark the biggest part of your body measurements, which is my hip. You divide that by 4 and then you add inches to that. You can add up to 8 inches to that, depending on how free you want your pants to be. So I placed 2 inches off because I'll be using a band of 2 inches. So from that 2 inches, we'll be marking our measurement. So I just marked my hip line of 9 inches, and then I'll place the 2 inches off again and mark my crotch line. Okay, so this is a very free pant, so I'll be adding 2.5 inches to my crotch line, and that gave me 12 inches. So from the crotch line, I am going to come down by 2 inches for my tie line. So I am using my tie my line measurement because I did not add much allowance to this pants. I hope you understand. So now I'll come to the hip, and then I'll mark my hip circumference measurement, which is 9 inches, and then I'll add about 2 inches. Okay, so you can add up to 5, 6, 7, 8, depending on how wide you want this your pants to be. So I just used 2 inches. Okay, and I'll connect all these into a straight line. I'll connect it on the waistline as well and on the crotch line, just the way you see me doing. So after connecting it this way, next thing I'll do is to measure what I have on my hip line. Okay, from this distance from here to this other side, when you measure it, you go ahead and divide what you have by 4. Okay, and then you come to the crotch line and mark it just the way you see me doing. So now I'm going to draw the crotch extension. To do that, from here I'll go up by 1 inch, and from this other side I'll go up by 2 inches. Okay, so this is just a trick to get rid of any deep crotch. Okay, so this is just to serve as a guide, and then go ahead and draw out your crotch curve just like this. After doing that, I'll come to the tie line, and I'm going to mark my tie divided by 2, and then I'll add 1 inch to that. So I'll connect it this way, and then I'm going to just connect this all the way to the down part. So I'll measure what I have here. Okay, so if you don't want the leg of your pants to be that wide, you can as well reduce it when you get to this part. Do you understand? So you can as well reduce it. So for me, I just marked it like this, and then I'm going to connect it all the way to the down part of this pants. So this is basically it. So I'll come to this side of my waist, this side, and I'll come down by 1/2 inch. This will help the pants to sit very well. Okay, so I'm going to just connect it into the line like this. So we are only doing this for the front. So after which, you go ahead and cut this out. For the back, I place the front piece on it, and I make sure that I have enough inches at the top and by the side, as you can see. So what I'll do is to come to the center front of the back piece, of the front piece rather. Okay, and I'll go up by 1 inch. You can use 2 inches, you can use 1.5 inches. Okay, and then I'll just connect it slantedly just like this. I'm so sorry, my chalk, it's not actually the chalk, it's the fabric. Okay, so but I hope you can see what I am doing. So I'm going to extend the crotch for the back by 2 inches. Okay, after doing that, on this side I am going to mark 1.5 inches. Okay, I'm going to mark 1.5 inches like so, all the way to the crotch, and then I'll connect it into a straight line. Okay, so I'll just connect the dots together, or rather the lines together, and this is what I have. So our back crotch is ready. So after doing this, now I will come to this side and I'm going to mark 2 inches all the way to the down part of this pants. After marking, we will now proceed to cut this out. So I have stitched the crotch area for the back and the front, and now we are going to create the pocket. So I just placed it like this and make sure that the sides are equal. After doing that, I am going to come down by 1 inch and I'll make a mark there like this, and then from that 1 inch I'll mark the length of my pocket of 7 inches. You can use 6, you can use 6.5, but I'm using 7, and I just make a mark there. So what I'll do is to notch the 1 inch that I came down, the 1 inch and also the 7 inches. So I just notched the 7 inches. So this is me notching the 1 inch. So I'll keep this aside, and for the pocket, this is the fabric I'll use, fold into 2, and I'll just check to see if the width will accommodate my hands. So this is 6 inches, so it's fine. So now what I'll do is to come down by just a starting line. So I'll just draw this as the starting line, and from this line I'll just mark the 7 inches that I took, and just watch how I will be curving this. Okay, so this is the 7 inches. So can you see, after marking it, I'm just going to curve it all the way down. So from here, from the I marked the 7 inches, I'm just repeating what I did, and then I'll connect it like this. Can you see? So this is how I will connect. Okay, so the chalk was not visible enough, so just connect it like this. Okay, and then you connect the upper part as well. It is not difficult to do at all. So after connecting, I'll just cut this out. So the length basically for the pocket is 10 inches. Okay, so now I'll just cut this out just like this. So I have 4 pieces. Okay, so now to place the pockets, I'm going to just open it up and make sure that that part I notched on my pants, I'll place it the 1 inch and up to the 7 inches. I hope you understand. So that's just basically what you do. You just place your pocket from the 1 inch mark down to the 7 inches, and then you pin it down. Now I'm going to stitch by this side and also stitch by this side. I'll repeat the same thing for the other piece, and this is what I have after I was done. So now I'll place the pants like this, right side facing right side, and I'm going to stitch on it. So this is how I will be stitching on it. So I will stitch from here, from the waistline into the pocket down to the length of the pants like this, all the way down to the length of the pants. I'll repeat the same thing for this other side. Okay, I'll make sure that I align it well, because obviously the back is bigger than the front. So after doing that, I'll stitch the crotch as well. So I am done, and this is the pocket neatly fixed, and this is what I have. Now I'm going to measure the circumference of the waist in order to cut out the band. So this is how I am measuring. So you just measure it all the way from the center front all the way to the center front again. So that's just what I did. And yeah, so after measuring it, what I'll do now is to cut out my band, and this is the band that I am using. So this band, you can see a joining. I had to join fabric. So this band is 5 inches for the width. Okay, so by the time I fold it and stitch by ½ inch, I'll be left with 2 inches. So what I'll do now is to fold this band this way, like this. Can you see? So I'm taking my time to explain this tutorial, and then I'll just draw out a straight line. So this is the allowance that I'll be stitching off. Okay, so now I'll come down by just like ½ inch. So I'll stitch from here and stop here. Then I'm going to mark like 1 inch like so, and I'll stitch from that 1 inch all the way down. Do you understand? So we'll be having an opening by the middle. So this is what I will do. So we'll be having an opening here that you see my chalk. That is where we'll be having an opening. Okay, so I have stitched on it, and this is the opening that I told you guys that we'll be having. So by the time I open this up, this is the easiest way to create a hole for your pants, for your rope to pass through, and also your elastic. So just go ahead and stitch the seams flat like this and like this, or you can use an hemming gum to do that. So after stitching mine, this is the hole. So I'm going to bring back the pants so that I'll attach the band to it. So this is it, and I'll just place it like so. So your center front of your pants should be facing the band, the opening we have at the band. So it will look like this. Can you see? This hole should be facing the center front of your pants. Okay, do you understand? So now I'm going to just flip it like so, right side facing right side, making sure that that hole is at the center front of the pants, and then I'll pin it down. Then I'll just go ahead and stitch it all the way around it. Okay, can you see the hole? So that's how you attach it. So after doing that, I cut out this elastic. Okay, so I just I took away 4 inches from my waist measurement. Okay, or just place this elastic around your waist and cut out what you feel is comfortable for you. So after inserting it into the channel I created, this is what I have. So you place your elastic like this and stitch it, okay, together. After doing that, this is what I have. Okay, just cut out an elastic that is not too loose and not too tight. Okay, to create the channel for the rope to pass through, you create an a line. Okay, so you draw out a line opposite the opening you have already. So you just draw out the line round your pants. Okay, and then you go ahead and just stitch on it. So when you stitch, you realize that you have a channel that has been created. So that is how you insert your rope, and this is the rope that I'll be inserting into the pants. So I'm done stitching mine, as you can see, and with the help of my safety pin, I'll go ahead and insert the rope into the channel that I have. Okay, so I'll just do this off camera and show you guys what it looks like. So I am done, as you can see, and I'll just drag the rope, okay, and just adjust it. So this is what it looks like. So I like knotting the edges of my rope, and I just knot it, and that's basically it for this tutorial. Bye.